The market is giving you an opportunity at this point in time. We're seeing below 66K currently, down 3% on Bitcoin on the week. Is this dip going to last, or is it really just trying to shake out some of the money and probably liquidate some of those longs that have been in the market? We'll talk about my thesis going into election season. It really hasn't changed, but I do have a trade that I'm taking, and I think that this is one of the easiest trades in crypto right now. We all know the strength of this sector has just been absolutely insane, and what we see from coins in this specific sector, which I'll get to at the very end of this show, is whenever there's runs, they run hard. But whenever it slows down, they dump pretty hard. And I'm going to show you one of the most truly well-tested charts. And I'm going to put in a position with you guys today that I really do think is one of the easier money trades if we do see a reversal here in the short term. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys. Like the video down below and subscribe to the channel. We're already pushing well past 108K subscribers since we hit that 100K a little over a month ago. I appreciate every single one of you checking in on the shows every single day and weekly. If you missed out, we did post an off-the-grid asset tier list, the ultimate guide to every asset and off the grid. You can check that out as well after this video. And then also big shout out to our sponsors on this channel. We have Moon Tropica, Epic War, we have Blue Whale, Ledger, we have FOMO as well. Blue Whale, their node sale today is live. I know I mentioned this on the previous show here on Monday, but today the Blue Whale node sale is live. You can get 10% off of your nodes just by using code HUSTLE. They're backed by Animoca, Cointelegraph, Swissborg. This was an absolute banger tweet, by the way, by Kong. And I think that really this is one of the most hyped upcoming AI projects in the sector. All, just fully disclosure, I invested into the token round over 6 months ago. I have a few nodes, I'm invested here, but if you want to do so yourself, you can jump down below on the Blue Whale node sale and get 10% off. Just use the code HUSTLE with a capital H, and you can jump in and get 10% off of those nodes as well. We're seeing a lot of you guys joining in on Nexus. So Nexus is the in-house software platform built by yours truly, my team and I here, to help you optimize against the market. We have watch list. You can check out all the games in the crypto gaming sector. You can check out memes, AI, RWA, and gaming. And we truly do have one of the most extensive portfolio trackers here on Nexus. You can use this both for free. You can track, a couple of wallets for free here on Nexus, or you can jump in 7-day trial and you can literally, I have 12 wallets tracked right here. Okay, like amongst different chains, Bitcoin, Solana, Tron, Ton. I also have stuff like Caspa tracked here. I have Base Chain tracked here, Linea, Polygon. It covers over 100 chains here on Nexus. So you can check that out in the links in the description. Now let's dive into the market. I think, and by the way, shout out to Champ saying it's the best wallet tracker that he's ever used. So big ups there, and we really do appreciate that. But we just bounced above 66K. That's good to see, because I do think that this is truly just a shakeout, guys. I think that the market is trying to get you out of your positions before we probably see another run up towards the end of October and leading into the election. I just don't see a world in which the market isn't trending upward at the time of the election. That is just the way that things operate, the way that the cycle operates. Like, this thing is literally programmed, I think, for more upward momentum here in the coming weeks. And truly, I think right now is a great opportunity to stack up on some of the altcoins that have taken a hit. If we go look here at the bottom, if you're still accumulating stuff that's potentially low market cap, I'd be looking at GPU in the AI space. I know I've mentioned GPU as one of my favorite plays in the AI sector. I also just think AI is still one of the hottest sectors for the entirety of this cycle. We have stuff like WAGMI and Crown down 12% each on the day, two very strong positions. If you felt like you missed XBorg, it's now at 25 cents, down 11% on the daily. Neural AI, I think one of the top AI positions as well, down 10% on the daily. So you're getting some pretty good dips here as we're scrolling by one that I am going to put a trade in on this show. So we'll get to that here momentarily. Did I see a change in logo by a project here? No, I didn't. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into some of the news across the space. Very bullish for gaming specifically. Let's go ahead and dive in. I've been talking about how Avalanche is one of the top plays right now to me. It is a catch-up trade whenever it comes to other chains like Ton, Tron, Doge, Solana. I just simply think that at 10 billion versus Solana at 80 billion, it will not ever flip Solana. Let me just be frank with you. Solana is the coin of this cycle for as far as like layer ones go. But at the same time, I think Avalanche, there is just such an opportunity here to capitalize on the network effect that Avalanche is having right now. They have by far, and by the way, we're not calling them Web3 games. We're calling them crypto games. Kagi put the search terms here. Play to earn and crypto games. People are searching this. Like, it is showing its worth because Off the Grid is the most popular game in the world at this moment in time. 7.8 million wallets, 78 million transactions. And then also on Avalanche, you have Pulsar, you have Fableborn, Shrapnel, Faraway GG doing its own L1. We have Seed World, which launched today. They're doing their own L1. You have Spellborn, Domi Online, the AVAX card, like a lot of big updates in the AVAX gaming space. And the gaming chain side of it, it works so well. The testnet is flawless for Off the Grid. We love to see that. The Avalanche L1 tech is truly one of the best, basically built for you service. Like, they're going to be utilizing the Gun token. They're going to be utilizing everything in-house for the Gun network, but it's using AVAX's tech. There's no better way for a game to really jump in and have their own use case in-house with a blockchain that's backed by Avalanche's tech. There was over 1 million hexes decoded in a single day over the weekend. Those are transactions, right? This is insane numbers. That number here, crazy to see 1 million hexes decoded inside this game in one singular day. And streamers are playing. I was actually playing with Gorilla the other night, and we started seeing in the lobby that Dr. Lupo, who's a huge streamer, by the way, massive, you can look him up on Twitch, was in our game. And I'm like, oh, but he's not streaming. And then we looked up Dr. Lupo on Twitch, and he was playing off stream. So Dr. Lupo is in this game with us. This is how we found out. And someone else was streaming, playing with him. So these players are not just playing this game because they're paid. This is so bullish. They are playing the game because they genuinely enjoy it. So still super bullish on AVAX, and super very closely tied to Off the Grid, as Super is official partners with Off the Grid. But the cross exposure play for me is Beam. Beam had been trending up. It hit 2 cents last night before we saw a little bit of a dump in the market. It's one of the must-have coins for gaming, in my opinion. Also exposure to AVAX, as Beam is built on the Avalanche L1 technology. So very bullish there. We have games making it easy to play. So Games GG, as well as Parallel Trading Card Game, they're jumping in and they're utilizing cloud technology to be able to actually come in here and use the game, play the game without having to download any exterior software. This is incredibly bullish, as like Off the Grid, for example, you have to have a pretty high-powered PC, and not a lot of people have high-powered PCs, right? So this is backed by 𝗖𝗢𝗟, Parallel, both top-tier projects in my opinion, and I also think the G3 token from Games.gg is pretty slept on at this moment in time. We have Wilder World teasing a little more of their open world. Looks like one of their devs actually went online and like posted some screenshots, and I can attest, like, the details to these things. This car reminds me of like a 𝗕𝗟𝗓𝗍 in the game, and I actually drove around this car in Singapore when I was playing this game. The scenery is incredible, and like once this open world comes to market, will we get GTA or will we get Wilder World first? I think Wilder World, to be completely honest with you. So really excited to see the upcoming developments, and I know for a fact that the land structure here that they're about to do, their land drop, is an insane theory, like real estate type of investing inside of the metaverse. I think that this is something you have to keep your eyes on if you're still bullish on the metaverse narrative. We have Nakamoto Games launching their recent product, which is their Naka wallet. This is completely native, and they're kind of saying, it's the crypto's version of PayPal. You can visit nakawallet.com. It's gamified wallet built strictly in the Nakamoto Games ecosystem. It caters to over 15 tokens, I believe it is as well, an ecosystem. So you can check that out at nakawallet.com. Also very bullish on both of those coins, Wild and Naka. And while it's been crazy to see, it's not pumping, but the market, it's not really taking much of a hit. Like, this thing is just trending sideways, which to me screams accumulation, right? We've ranged in between 30 cents and 22 cents the entire month. I think that that's bullish. When you look at the chart here, we actually see that this thing hit $1.20 back in March. So to me, it's loading up for a potential pump here. And I think the upcoming developments, the first person shooter, as well as the open world, could cause a pretty nice pump there. And then Nakamoto Games is actually down on the day because of the market dip, despite this big launch that they did with their Naka wallet. So both of those are pretty good positions in my opinion. And just to sum that up, I think the power plays of this are obviously still intact. The Super Four, the four musketeers, someone commented on my post yesterday, being Super, Prime, Beam, Ronin. I think those are the no-brainers. And then you can trickle down and accumulate some of those ones that have taken dips over this time period. But I think as far as gaming goes, we're really just waiting on the Gunzilla TGE. We need to see the gun token go live, inject into the market, have a lot of capital flowing, a lot of volume, and people are going to see that valuation and then trickle down into the projects they deem to be undervalued. It's a tale as old as time. Mavia, Big Time, Pixels, Prime. When they launch and they have a token in the market, it draws liquidity, and then liquidity trickles into projects that people deem undervalued. So that's what we're waiting on at this point in time. And also, if you haven't started farming TON Station will end farming in just a couple of weeks. They started off a new campaign with Blum Crypto, reserving 1% of Soon's token supply. The campaign just started yesterday. At least farm this a little bit. It could be one of the most explosive plays in the Telegram market because it's launching at a $7.5 million fully diluted valuation. So super bullish update there. And also good for gaming at this point in time. We see Seed World go live. First and foremost, bad day in crypto, and they still launched over a $50 million fully diluted market cap. I think it's over 33% of Seedify, which people... it's hard to justify if Seed World goes over Seedify, but now I think they're going to run in correlation. Like if Seedify pumps, Seed World then become undervalued. If Seed World closes the gap to S Fund becomes undervalued. So to me, it's actually a beautiful thing that the market's down today because this could provide upside from here for the people who haven't gotten involved. The circulating market cap is about $5 million. The FDV is about $53 million. And as Ghost says here, he personally thinks that he's holding because it could go higher, just like what 𝗥𝗡𝗏 did. So 𝗥𝗡𝗏 dipped on day one and then rallied ever since. I could totally see something similar there. All right. Now, for what you guys have been waiting for this entire show, I am taking a trade. There is a trade out in the market right now, and I'm literally going to put it in as I'm talking to you guys. By the way, sign up for Blowfin down below. Blowfin to me is the best trading experience out there. Just the execution, the UI, the mobile app is so easy to use. There's no KYC. So for a person like me over in the United States, where they annex everything, we're not allowed to KYC on these different exchanges. It makes everything so easy to trade. So for me, this is my go-to. And what I am going to do while I'm on this stream with you guys is Blowfin has two contracts for MOG. One is spot, but one is like a leverage play. It's like 10,000 MOG perp. It's like a leveraged MOG perpetual contract. So what I am actually going to do here, MOG, let's go look at the chart. So all this time talking about gaming, I'm in spot on gaming. I think it's just a matter of time. My gaming bags, I'm willing to be patient. But this is a trade that I have taken a couple of times because what we see with these meme coins, and Brett does the same thing, but I think MOG is more volatile, which creates more opportunity on these types of trades. Let's go look at the monthly chart. So MOG, every time it rips and then takes a big dip, that next leg up is insane. Like truly, if you just leveraged long every dip here, you're printing cash on the MOG chart. And of all the meme coin charts, this is the one that has this it's a volatile pump, but it's a volatile dump. So you're going to want to exit this position whenever we do see this next pump. And I do think that it's coming up. We've had 2 consecutive red days. To me, this is one of the bigger dips that we've seen for MOG over these time periods. Like here, yeah, it's about a 20% dip. I mean, over the weekly time period, it's down 4%, but just because of where it started, it's down below that. And it got as high as 0.000023. So we're looking at about a 25% dip from its top just 3 days ago. So what I'm doing, I'm going to load in here and I am putting in a position. I am going to long, and I'm thinking, okay, so because this is such a, because it's such a leveraged contract, I'm going to only do a 10x. That is risky. By the way, this is totally a risk. I am not a financial advisor, but this is something I have done a couple of times. I've literally tested this on my trading personally. I'm putting in a 10x long on the MOG contract on Blowfin because I think this is one of the easiest money trades you can have in crypto right now. I went ahead and just submitted that position. We have plenty of room as far as liquidation. And to be quite honest with you, I think, like I said, this is going to be one of the easiest money trades to print in this market. So as you can see here, I did just put in that trade. And I am going to go ahead and let that sit and hopefully let that print, as I believe the market will turn around. And what we have seen is meme coins, they are simply one of the best ways to catch dips, and if you're on leverage, be able to just absolutely rip on the upside. So not financial advice, but that is a trade that has played out multiple times for me this month, and I am going to play it once again, and I'm providing that for you guys here. Let's ride this trade together. And on top of that, I want to provide an update on the 10K to 100, I think it was a 10K to a million or 10K to 100K challenge. I forget which number we're going for. But the portfolio is up 30% from 10K. But what I have to do, we have to get a little more degen to flip it up, to be more conservative as we get closer to our goal. So let me know if you guys want an update, a part 2 on the 10K to 100K challenge. And then from there, we can, actively trade that portfolio. Currently, it is up 30%. So the portfolio is like 10K to 13K currently. But like I said, we need to get a little more degen to flip that a little quicker, so then we can be more conservative closer to our goal. So let me know if you want to see that down below. Also, if you're going to tail this MOG trade, or if you're bullish, because I think the setup is there. Like, it just consistently hits. I've taken this trade multiple times this month. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on gaming, AI, meme coins, and more. And I'll see you guys on the Friday show. As always, play well, my friends.